Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the area of irregular figures. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the shapes up into, we're going to decompose again, and we're going to cut them into rectangles and triangles and find the area. So for this first one, I would cut it like this, and I would have A, B, and C. For A is 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is going to be 24. No, it is not going to be 24. It is going to be 8. Then for B, I would do 1 times 1, 2, 3, which is 3. And then for C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, which is 10. 10 plus 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11, 21. It is 21 units squared. And it's going to be units because they didn't give us a unit. So for this one, I would cut it up here, and I would have A, and then I would have B. I'm going to do better with my color coding. So for A, I'm going to look at the base, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to erase that. And then the height can be found here or here. It's the same thing. It's 1. So 4 times 1 divided by 2. Again, what happened to that color coding is going to be 2. And then B, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to be 16. 16 plus 2 is 18 units squared. And remember, you find the base here. And then you find the height right here with 1 unit. So these you could cut it either way. I'm going to go this way just because it's going to be a little bit easier. And then I'll actually going to explain the other way. So we've got A and we've got B. So for A, we're going to do 2 times 2, which is 4. For B, we're going to do 4 times 2, which is 8, which gives us 12 units squared. Okay, so let's do it and we cut it the other way. If we cut it this way, we've got A, we've got B. So for A, we're going to do 2, because that's this length here. And then we need to find this length here. So notice that this is 2 and this is 2, so this whole length is going to be 4. So 4 times 2 is going to give me 8. And then for B, I'll do it green. Click a different one, click back to it. For B, it's going to be 2 times 2, which is 4, which is also going to give me 12 units squared. Again, either way is fine. So for this one, I would cut off these parts here, and we've got A, B, and C. So for A, that's going to be that rectangle. It's going to be 9 times 3, which is 27. For B, that's going to be 3 times 2, which is 6. For C, it's going to be 3 times 3, which is 9. We're going to have 27, 6, and 9. So 27, let's just do it on our calculator. 27 plus 6 plus 9 gives us 42 meters. On this one, they told us our units. Meters squared. Actually, on this last one, it also was meters squared. So let's fix that. Okay, so for this one, again, you can cut it up either way. I'm going to cut it horizontally, and I'm going to have A, and have B. So for A, it's going to be 12 times 3. Again, if you're not sure what that is, use your calculator. So that's 36. And then B is right here, okay? So I know that the bottom is 5, great, but I need to find this side length on the left. So notice there's 3 there, so there's 3 here. So 8 minus 3 gives us 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. 36 plus 25. 11, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 61 units squared, because they didn't give us any units for that one. So for this one, I would cut it like a cake, the layers. We've got A, got B, got C. So for A, it's going to be 3 times 3, which is 9. For B, is going to be 3 on the side, and then you got to figure all the way across here, right? We got to figure all the way across. So it's going to be 2 for the left side, and then coming across, it's going to be 3. So 3 plus 2 is 5, which is 15. And then for C, it's going to be 10 times 3, which is 30. So 30 plus 15 plus 9. Again, use your calculator. 30 plus 15 plus 9 gives me 54 centimeters squared. So for these ones, you're finding the shaded region. So we're going to have A here, and we're going to have B here in the middle. We're going to subtract that white part, okay? So you're going to find the area of the whole thing and then subtract that inside part. So for A, it's going to be 12 times 10, which is 120. And then for B, it's going to be 7 times 2, which is 14. Again, just use your calculator. 120 minus 14 gives us 106 meters squared. So for this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do A is the shaded, and then B is our triangle that we're going to subtract. Okay, so we don't want to cut it up into those shapes, because the one over here is not a triangle. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to find the area of the whole thing. Then we're going to subtract the triangle. So for A, it's going to be 10 times 6, which is 60. For B, it's going to be 7 times 6 divided by 2. Why are we dividing it by 2? It's a triangle. Okay, so we're going to do 7 times 6 divided by 2 gives us 21. 21. And then we're going to do 60 minus 21 gives us 39 inches squared. So 60 minus 21 gives us 39. Okay, so for this one, we're going to cut off the triangle right here. So we're going to have A, we're going to have B. For A, it's going to be 27 times all the way across. So this middle part's 18. So 18 plus 9 is 36. But again, it's a triangle, so we've got to divide it by 2. So we've got 27 times 36 divided by 2 gives me 486. And again, just check it. Look, 27 times 36 divided by 2. Because remember, it was 18 plus 9 for all the way across. So then for B, that's going to be 18 times 18. We're not dividing by 2 because it's not a triangle. Gives me 324. And then 324 plus 486 gives me 810 feet squared. Okay, so for this one, you're actually going to cut it up into a few different shapes. So I would do like this. So we've got part A, we've got B, we've got C. Okay, so this is easy for A. That's just going to be 8 times 4. Just make sure, guys, 8 times 4, just use your calculator. It's okay, 32. And then let's do B. Okay, so we need to find so the triangle is here, right? So we don't have a slanted, we don't need it. Okay. So we have this length here that we need to find. So the whole thing is 8. This part is 4. So this part is 4. Okay. Now we got to find this. The whole thing is 8. This part over here is 5.3. So it is going to be 8 minus 5.3 gives us, sorry about that, times 2.7 divided by 2 because it's a triangle. Okay, did you see that? The whole thing is 8 all the way across. 5.3 is here. Okay. 5.3 is here. So we're going to do 8 minus 5.3. Okay, I'm going to draw those lines again. Boop, boop. So then 2.7 times 4 divided by 2 gives me 5.4. And then for C is going to be 4, we found that earlier, times 5.3. Which gives us 21.2. Okay, 32, 5.4, 21.2. 32 and 5.4 gives me 58.6. That's going to be 58.6 inches squared. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video.